Okay guys, so many of you have been seeing nursing application, becoming a Finnish citizen. In this vlog, I am going, before we start guys, disclaimer lang. Okay, next question. Do registered nurses in Finland do personal care as well, like washing the patients, trimming their nails, changing diapers, etc., etc.? We always say at work, kaikki tekee kaikki, like everyone does everything. Just to be fair. But also, of course, it depends on your workplace. If your workplace doesn't require you to do those personal care like changing the diaper or washing the patients, then you don't need to do that. For example, if you are a registered nurse in a nursing home, if it's a part of your job description, then you will have to do that. But of course, meron pa rin naman siyang pinagkaiba with licensed practical nurses. I'm sharing you my personal experiences as an example para yung mga sagot ko sa inyo is in reality. For example, when I was working at a nursing home, in one floor, there's only one registered nurse and then the others are licensed practical nurses. During morning routine, the registered nurse would take some patients, do the morning care for those patients or for those residents just during the morning care. And then after that, the licensed practical nurses continue the routine for the rest of the shift. And the registered nurse will then focus on like giving the medicine, checking the chart, checking all the doing the paperwork, doing the doctor's rounds and all that. So there's still the difference of a registered nurse and a licensed practical nurse. And again, another example is when I worked in a medical ward, there are more registered nurses than licensed practical nurses in our ward. And so we registered nurses, as needed, do the morning care, do the diaper changing, do the washing for the patients, especially when they cannot do it for themselves. So yes, registered nurses also does morning care, also does bedside care like washing the patients, changing diapers and all that. Okay? And as I've said, depende naman kung where you are working. Like for example, if you are working naman in a dialysis ward that all your patients are independent, you wouldn't have to do any of that. But as needed, if your dialysis patient is unable to do the ADLs herself, then you would have to help that patient. Okay, so next question. What's your visa when you arrived in Finland? So I had a residence permit card when I arrived in Finland, and that's what we usually understand as the working visa. So next question, as a registered nurse, what would you suggest? Take LPN, work, then study BSN or Bachelor of Science in Nursing later, or direct to studying BSN. I am not suggesting, but I'm telling you guys that I am tyytyväinen. Tyytyväinen, what's the English of tyytyväinen? Ay, hindi ko naman matandaan. Well, anyway, I'm going again to put on the screen the translation of tyytyväinen. But, mauni yung tyytyväinen, I am very tyytyväinen. Ayan, paulit-ulitan naman tayo. That I have started as a licensed practical nurse and then later on studied for bachelor or pursued my Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree because I've learned a lot being a licensed practical nurse. Because for me, if I have started directly as a registered nurse, maybe there was more pressure on my part to immediately learn the language, to learn the healthcare culture in Finland or basically the culture, the Finnish culture. And that's for me. I think if I came to Finland directly as a registered nurse, tapos kunyari isipin natin nasa nursing home ako. If you're a registered nurse in a nursing home, you have more responsibilities. You should know more. You should know more on how to take care of your patients or your clients or your residents. I think that would have put too much pressure on me. Or if I came to Finland directly as a registered nurse and they put me in a ward, like, anong gagawin ko sa ward na yun? Hindi ko sila naiintindihan. Andun yung pressure. hindi ko maintindihan yung doctor, hindi ko maintindihan yung mga Finnish translation ng mga medical vocabularies. I think ang bigat nung pressure. Kaya looking back, I tell myself, buti na lang I've started as a licensed practical nurse. Kasi I was in a nursing home, and kay kasaraw hasa, I've learned. Maybe for others, if they will be applying to become direct registered nurses, or they will be coming to Finland to study Bachelor of Science in Nursing, maybe it will also work for them. Who knows, right? As I've said, I am Cutie Vinan that I have started as a licensed practical nurse. I have worked and then pursued my Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. But that's for me. I don't know for you. You just have to decide it for yourself, okay? So here's another question. Is the degree for LPN difficult? And then one have asked me, is nursing difficult? So before I came to Finland, I am already a registered nurse in the Philippines. So if you're going to ask me, is the degree for LPN difficult? I would say yes and no. What was difficult for me was learning the language and learning the Finnish culture. But learning the healthcare process for LPN was not that difficult for me because I already have a nursing background from my home country. And if you're going to ask me, is nursing difficult? When I've studied in the Philippines, I know nothing about nursing. So that's why it's difficult. Like for me, when you are starting to know something very new to you, it would be difficult. Like, I don't know the medical vocabularies. I don't know how to take care of this. I don't know the surgical procedure for this and that. I don't know this medicine for what, when to give, and all those. So when I have studied nursing in the Philippines, that was so difficult for me because everything was so new. But when I've studied nursing here in Finland, it was easier because I already have a nursing background. Okay, so here's another question, guys. Is it true that we can get the license within 8 months? I guess she is referring to the practical nursing license that through the agency they will be coming to Finland, and after 8 months they will be getting the license. I actually have asked about this. From my personal experience, before we got the practical nursing license, it took us 1.5 years. I have asked some of my subscribers. They've said that it's 15 months to 1.5 years. So I don't know if you can really get the practical nursing license in just 8 months. Maybe it's wiser to ask from the agency. Okay, so here's another question. Will it be possible to enroll in nursing school while I am still enrolled on the degree for LPN? This is actually quite a tricky question because if you are coming to Finland from the agency which I've mentioned before and which I'm going to mention later on, I think you are studying to become licensed practical nurse because that's what the agency or that's what the company is asking from you. But basically, you are already a registered nurse from your home country. So basically, without the LPN degree, you can apply directly to a school to pursue your Bachelor of Science in Nursing career. So another question, are we allowed to do part-time jobs even we are on a 2-year contract with our employer? There was actually one case from last week when my colleague was asking our chief nurse, she's a Finnish, and she was asking our manager, and she was asking for permission if she can do part-time job to other companies, and the chief nurse was like, that's your choice, that's your own time, that's your free time, you can do whatever you want. But in this case, that you have a 2-year contract, I don't know what the contract says, but if the contract says that you're not allowed to do part-time job for other companies on your free time, on your own time, then maybe you cannot do any part-time job. But that's quite interesting because that's your free time. If you want to earn on your day off, why not? But maybe it's wiser also to ask from your employer. Okay, so let's move on to an important part of this vlog, guys. So there was actually a question here. Is there any hiring for household keeping? And also, there were a lot of questions coming from you guys with regards to how can they apply to Finland, how can they apply to nursing related jobs in Finland when they are not residing in the Philippines. And also, not just Filipinos were asking me, but also some other nationalities. And they were also asking if they can also get a free language training even if they're abroad, to what agency they can apply to. Are there other jobs other than nursing, like household keeping or cleaning, or jobs other than nursing? And so I have reached out to this Silk Road Workforce Management, and they actually have a Facebook page. So if you have further inquiries, you can directly ask from them, or you can directly inquire from them. So actually back then, one of their partners reached out to me asking me if they can use my YouTube channel in their introductory emails. So it's like they are promoting my channel. And so some of you may have noticed that from the emails, and some of you have been sending me questions about this agency, asking me more info about the agency, and I cannot answer you back then because I am not working for them. I was not working for them, and until now I am not working for them. Even before this partner of them contacted me, I was already answering the questions of those people na, is Silk Road legit? Is this a true agency? Blah blah. And I would just say, yeah, it's legit because I know the people from them. The recruiters, the coordinator, the CEO are also the same people from the agency where I came from, which is Top Make International Manpower Services. Did I say that right? Anyway, that's Top Make, that's the agency where I came from. And so yeah, disclaimer, I don't work for them. So for those of you who are asking, how can they apply to Finland if they are not residing in the Philippines? So it's through Silk Road Workforce Management. So if you are not residing in the Philippines, you have a BSN degree, you can directly apply. You can send them a message. They are providing orientations, and you can ask your inquiries from them. So you can check their Facebook page. But if you are residing naman in the Philippines, you will have to apply sa Top Make International. Okay? So for the other nationalities, if you are not a Philippine citizen, you can also apply. If you have a Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree, you can also apply through Silk Road. They are accepting other nationalities. And also, they are accepting caregivers, nursing aides, assistant nurses, and practical nursing graduates. And all those will be working as assistant nurses when they come to Finland, and will be undergoing the same process and will be having the same benefits. So if you have asked, are there any other options not nursing related, they are actually also accepting chefs and cleaners. But unfortunately, they are only accepting chefs and cleaners who are Philippine citizens. So again, for Filipino applicants, Filipino residents who are currently residing in the Philippines, you will have to apply through Top Make International. But if you are a Filipino or non-Filipino who's residing in other countries, of course, other than Philippines, you can directly apply to Silk Road Workforce Management. There's also a good news because soon, Top Make International would already be accepting caregivers and nursing aides once they get the accreditation from POEA. So as of now, they still don't accept caregivers and nursing aides, but soon they will be. And I do believe that they will be posting that, and they will be updating their Facebook pages about those job positions or job opportunities. And so again, you can check Silk Road Workforce Management and Top Make International if you would want to apply for a job. And please, I am not working for them, so I don't know everything or a lot of things about them. You will have to inquire directly to those agencies or to those companies. So yes, I think that's it for this vlog. I hope that I was able to share with you guys important information, relevant information, and I hope that this will help you when you're planning to move to Finland or when you are planning to apply for a job in Finland. And so guys, if you haven't subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, please consider unsubscribing. And if you find this vlog relevant and helpful, please give it a thumbs up and please share this to your loved ones, to your colleagues, to your friends, to other people. And I really hope that this is helpful. And anyway, if you have noticed, I've been uploading vlogs every Sundays and some special vlogs I upload on Wednesdays. But not every Wednesday, okay? Just when I have some special vlogs like this one. Well, anyway, that's it for now, and I hope to see you next time.